doing, Funkcracker? I saw you have a event tomorrow. Like I just saw the tweet with something like Santi, you, Lloyd.
Yeah, man, that's actually, even though by the sound in the background you might be able to recognize. I'm actually walking over a Christmas market in the middle of Vienna. So I'll only be shortly on just to briefly announce, and then I'll leave it to the capable hands of Newt and Santi.
Funkcracker, what's going on,
Okay.
man? How you doing? I'm
Yeah.
doing great.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
doing great,
and Dom,
Dominic.
and Dom.
How's everyone
Shout out
doing?
to Benny.
Shout out to Benny. Why? Why are we shouting out Benny? I don't like Benny. Kidding.
Oh,
I'm
silence.
kidding. Kidding, by the way.
Nobody got your joke, Dom. You're cancelled.
I'm canceled. Yeah. They're reporting me to Benny right now.
I sent him the DM with the
Oh
voice.
my god.
Star
Good to be back
Atlas
in the brew.
TV doesn't have fucking suits.
Signal, is that you doing that, Horatius?
It's fucking Signal.
Oh my god.
What
are
is
you
that
doing?
voice?
What are you doing, man?
What are you doing, Signal?
I like it. I like it.
Are you okay?
Oh my god.
What's happening?
He's putting on his best ODV impression or something. I have no idea.
That's my VB voice.
Oh,
Do it
wow, I
again.
got it
Do it
right?
again
Oh
for-
my god.
Do it again for the penguin. Do it again for the penguin.
Shout out to Benny.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're canceled. You're canceled in the United
Oh
States.
my god.
It's
How do you
actually
feel about-
pretty accurate, let me tell you.
How do you
Signal.
feel,
Good job.
how do you feel about that, ODVB?
I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well. What did he say? Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
This is awesome. How's everyone doing today?
Good, just say, and you?
Doing great, friend. Excited for what's coming for us
Yeah.
in the next
Excited for
couple
Star
days.
Atlas. Let's say that you're excited for Star Atlas, not excited for the World Cup.
Exactly. I only see bad endings to the World Cup.
I'm sorry, just I have to do it, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, friend. Your time will come.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Brutal.
When community see you playing, aren't you?
No, don't bring that up, Jose. Come on.
yeah. Now you are taking care with the feelings of the penguin, right, Santi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
bro.
it's all good, Jose. We are friends. Let's just say I need to practice.
Oh
Alright.
my god. All
I
right.
think we can start, right, Santi? Feeling it?
I think we can get started for sure. For sure.
Wait,
So
but
welcome everyone. Oh,
who's
yeah,
number one in the
ODVB?
leaderboard?
Shirley and
The-
Santi.
Surely it's
The-
Brad right now. Surely.
There are two leaderboards. It's Brad.
It has to be Brad.
Yeah, 100%. It
But I
clearly
didn't
isn't
play
me.
yet, so
It definitely isn't Santi, that's for damn sure.
It isn't me. You don't want me as your personal bounty hunter.
Santi's going to be the janitor, right, Santi? It's
I'm the janitor.
yeah.
I'm struggling with dogfighting. Dogfighting is difficult.
Yeah, Calros, the dogfighting and like the racing is going to have leaderboards.
I'm good at racing. I'm probably better than Jose at racing. But
Okay,
dogfighting-
stop.
freaking
Stop
way.
it. Stop it, man. And Funkcracker has to go, so we have to get this started before he has
Yeah,
to go.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a quick introduction. Welcome to the brew. This is the brew number 43. Today we're speaking about politics and how politics could be related to the player profiles system that is going to be launching soon. And so for that, we'll have, again, this will be, the brew is theory crafting. So nothing that we say here should be taken like that it's going to happen in game or that it is what it is. No, this is just theory crafting. We're sharing our theories and we're getting into Jose's crazy mind and theories about Star Atlas all together here. So that is the idea of the brew if you're new. And also one other thing that we do is when we brainstorm and theory craft about different topics, we always have our main guy here, Dom, taking notes of everything that is being said. And what is related to the different departments in Star Atlas is shared with them. So your voice is heard, and we are making sure that your voice is heard. I see Kravi posting in the chat that he is not hearing anything, so I just want to confirm that you guys hear me.
We
Yeah,
do. We do.
Okay, cool. So we have here my two co-hosts. So we have Dom. Welcome, Dom, sir. How are you today?
Doing really good. Excited for the topic today.
Awesome. Jose, how are you today, Jose?
well, Santi, you know me. Like politics is the joy of my life in Star Atlas, together with the lore. So I think this is a very special brew for me. I feel that we have a lot to talk about and feeling excited.
For sure. This is your topic, Jose. This is
Yeah,
your topic. Politics, lore. It screams Jose. So as always, you were the guy who
thank you,
created the
bro.
first ever brew, and it's just a pleasure to be able to co-host with you again. And I'm sorry for missing the last brew. It was clearly not what I wanted, but life is life. So
Life is life, bro.
let's go to the first thing. So we received a DM today from our friend Funcracker saying that he has some cool stuff to share. Again, if you ever want to share something in the brew, our DMs, me, Jose, or Dom, are always open, and we will let you share anything that you're working on and that is cool to the community. So, Funcracker, please go ahead.
Hey, folks. My connection is apparently a bit messed up, or it's yours, Santi, but it's probably mine. Did I
We can
get my
hear you well.
cue? Okay, that's good
Ye-
to hear. That's good to hear.
Well, I think we don't.
We lost you, Funkcracker. We
We
lost you.
lost you.
Yeah, pretty awesome. I'll post some stuff in the Atlas Brew channel right now. So a few people have come together, a few guild leaders slash representatives, including representation from the Stardust team in the form of Santi, and
We lost him again.
we
And
will spend almost 2 hours going over the past, present, and future of Star Atlas, going in depth, having nice discussions and talks. I would definitely recommend everybody to tune in. It's going to be live streamed. Of course, you can also see the
Mobile data in
some
Austria is
questions
not
from the
good.
audience as well. So if you want, sorry,
We're
what did you
losing
say,
you,
Santi?
man. We hear you. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here. I'm in the center of Vienna, but perhaps there's too many people out here. I don't know, but
Ah.
So it sounds like, guys, that
and
Funcracker and a bunch of other
I'm not
guild
sure. It looks
leaders
like the
are
Twitch.
doing a talk show, and it's called the
Yes.
Star Atlas Checkpoint. It's happening on December 17th at 15 UTC. He put in the chat a tweet and a graphic, and you guys, it'll be streamed, and they're going to be talking about the past, the present, and the future of Star Atlas. Did I get that right, Funcracker? You're just cutting out, so I just wanted to kind of get that out there. Hope I did.
I think you got it right, Dom.
Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, just go there, give the guys a follow. I'll be joining as well, as you can see. And for the first time, you see my face and not the astronaut profile pic. So
oh my god, looking good,
ah,
Santi.
thank you.
I gotta hide my girlfriend.
With my new haircut as well, Tom.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh man. So yeah, just follow the guys, and yeah, not sure if there's anything else from Crockett that you want to share, but your connection is not working really good. So I would like to open the floor for anyone else who would like to share any updates. And again, if you have anything prepared for an next brew or anything, or you want to share something now but you are not prepared and you want to do it in the next brew, just reach out to us. Like our DMs are always open, so just reach out. And this the brew is always we will always be a space in which you guys, the committee, can share anything that you're working on and you want to share with other fellow Star Atlas diehards like we all are, right? So that said, anyone wants to share anything? If not, we will move to the
I
next
think
topic.
I saw something from Dark Childen or something. He posted also like with ashes
That is
and
true.
some
That is true.
Oh, it's a
Let's
good
some
one. I
let's
believe that's in the community tweets. Let me try to find a tweet.
yeah, and Ash is joining them in that one. So let me find their tweet from.
Here, I got it. I'm posting it.
Okay, so Dark Matter also has an initiative. They are talking about the metaverse, I think, and how inclusiveness will be in the metaverse. So yeah, the title is Inclusiveness in the Metaverse and Gaming Communities. So if you're interested in the topic, it's happening tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. The information was just dropped by Dominic in the Atlas Brew chat. Again, we use the Atlas Brew chat for the brews. We don't use the voice chat that you can find, like the voice chat. We use the Atlas Brew chat that is 2 channels above. So yeah, guys, if you're interested in inclusiveness in the metaverse and gaming communities and want to tune into their Twitter spaces, they have there will be Binom from Site, Crispy from the Bounty Bar, Bbot from Dark Matter, Panda Pops, and Ash. So it's going to be very interesting, and Sheldon is hosting it. So a cool initiative. Cool initiative. Definitely check it out, guys. Thank you, ODVB, for bringing that up. Awesome. Anything else, guys? Anyone else? Again, the floor is open for you.
continue with the alpha.
We continue then. We continue then. So, as you know, this Friday is going to be a special Friday. Shout out to Benny. Hopefully that was accurate signal. I don't know, but this Friday is going to be a special Friday because we have a special town hall that includes Joni Awards. So it's going to be fun. The Joni Awards also are going to be fun, and voting for Joni Awards is closing today. So Dom, if you have the form for people to go and vote right now before it closes, so the voting for Joni Awards closes exactly at
5:30
5:30
Eastern p.m.
5:30 Eastern. So you still
10:30
have
p.m. UTC as well.
cool. So you still have a few hours to vote. So go and cast your vote. And the winners will be announced live after the town hall on Friday. And you guys don't want to miss that town hall because it's going to be pretty awesome. We have updates on everything. And we are not going to spoil anything, right, Dom and Jose, but we are preparing a cool little thing for all of you. That's all we're going to say.
No leaks.
No leaks. No leaks because that's a cool thing. You want a surprise. You want a surprise.
Yeah, for sure.
So just
It's
tune
gonna
in
be
on
something
Friday.
cool for our community members who've been with us for a while.
Correct. Exactly. It's
I'll
gonna
say that.
be. I don't want to expand a lot, but a
Nah,
way
nah.
of
Just let's move on, bro. Move on.
recognizing you guys and your support
Move
with
on.
Star Atlas. And yeah, we'll just shut up. So yeah, home on Friday. Find out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. And maybe not only that, but maybe only maybe we have more And when I say more, it's an epic thing that could happen. But no, I will not expand on that. Anyways, I'm sorry for teasing, but yeah, it's a fine line in between keeping your job and sharing the updates. So yeah, like the announcement last night. I apologize for that one. I was pretty sure it was happening, but my sources are not as strong as the hologram. So it failed. It failed. I apologize. And next time I come with announcing an announcement in the channel chat, I promise it will happen.
You
Yeah,
better
the
damn well
announcement.
know next time, bro.
Yeah, my sources, bro. I'm blaming them. I'm blaming them.
Uh,
I'm blaming the sources. But yeah,
uh.
I need to speak with Kriegs. They seem to have better sources than me.
Awesome, man.
Oh, okay. So, oh, something that you need to check out for the Johnny Awards is the video. The
Man,
video
the video, the best
that was
video
created.
ever.
I feel like we can stream it. Do you want to stream it here?
Oh gosh, yeah, sure, sure. I
Putting you
don't
on the
know.
spot real quick, bro.
Let me do it.
This is a dope video, guys. And thanks to everyone who participated because it's super fun. Super fun. I was laughing a lot when I saw it. So yeah, go now to Dom's stream and hopefully
We might need to have someone also
we
stream it.
let's see. 23 spectators.
Going to play it in about like 10 seconds
In
for
10
those who
seconds,
join.
join the stream right now. So we all watch it together, guys. Go.
This is such a funny video. I love this
It's
video.
incredible. It's incredible.
Shout out to Davey B. He did a great job.
Yeah, shout out to Debbie B.
He's a legend.
Legend. Okay, Dom, I think you can play it.
Man. Man, David.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
god.
This signal, your part gets me every time.
Yeah, man. That's super
That was
cool.
awesome, guys. Thank you so to everyone who participated. That makes me laugh every single time I see it. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Awesome. So Dom also posted the tweet in the Atlas Brew chat. So just go there, give it a retweet. Let's give it some love because yeah, it requires a lot of coordination. There's a lot of different people in there, and all making it unique for each one of them. So incredible. That was literally awesome. I love it. I love it. I love the part with the Sprite Bomb Pixel with the whole armor. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I wasn't expecting
Man,
that.
Pixel is awesome, man. I love it.
Our meme lord. And also Morpheus with the knife. He was shaving with the knife. That was insane. And the cigar
Badass.
after. And well, Signal, I hope someone picks you up to to get you to the Johnny Awards, man. That seemed like difficult.
Still waiting, man.
You're there, right?
I'm coming
Fuck.
to pick you up, man. We got you.
Let's
Oh my god.
go.
No, but that was awesome, guys. Thank you to everyone who participated in the video. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, for sure. So yeah, I think now we can move to the main topic. Again, I will ask before we move to the main topic if anyone has anything to add or say or update or anything. If not, we move to the main topic. I'll give it 5 seconds. Okay, that seems like we have to move to the main topic. So the main topic for today is player profiles and how will player profiles interact with the politics game in Star Atlas. So again, what we say here is just purely theory crafting, even though sometimes Jose is accurate and what he says is actually what is going to happen, but it's theory crafting anyways, and it's just Jose guessing the things, and maybe us sending some notes to the team. Well, that's actually not a maybe, that's all the time.
Yeah, that's
So
always happened.
so yeah, we send notes to the team on anything, on everything that we say and chat about here. So everything that we theory craft about player profiles and how it can interact um, with um, with politics, actually will make it to the player profiles developers and the people who also are in the politics side of Star Atlas, or maybe the team from the DAO. I don't know. But yeah, now let's hop into the main topic. So player profiles, maybe we can start first by explaining what is player profiles for people who don't understand. So player profiles is a solution developed by Star Atlas to the issues of not being able to do everything in game with only one wallet. So all those wallets will be under the same player profile. So in Star Atlas, you will no longer be a wallet, but you will be like a player profile, and everything will be under your player profile. What does this mean? This means that you can set up different permissions for different wallets. For example, you can, with player profiles, you will be able to stay safe, like your ships be safe, because you can set the permissions for the ships to only being able to be sent out of your wallet via your ledger. And the ledger is the only wallet under your player profile with the permission to send the ships outside of the wallet. But then, for example, you can give a phantom key the permission to move around the ships in Sage. So there are different permissions for the same thing, and basically it allows you to fully experience the game because there are a lot of confirmations needed, as you know, with the wallets to play a game because there are a lot of transactions being executed, and you don't have to be clicking on the ledger every time, but you will be able to have the phantom pub key for that, the phantom key for that. So I'm not sure if I'm clear with it. If there are any questions about player profiles, let me know. But that is pretty much the idea. Different wallets under the same profile that have different permissions and allow you to have a better experience in the game. And also, we are looking to open source that. I don't know if Brett already made it live open source, but it's going to be open source and other games are going to be able to use it. But I think it's not going to be yet, but it's going to happen. So if it's clear, then we can move to the second part. If not, it's important also in the brew. Another thing we do is we explain to each other things that people don't understand. So if you don't understand anything about something about player profiles, it's a good moment to unmute and let me know if there's any questions. It's not my full area of expertise, but I think I get it. So if there are any questions, let me know. If not, we move to how this can be tied to politics.
First of all, Santi, I think this was a great explanation of the player profile system, and you just nailed the basic functions of how the system works. And today we are going to theorycraft about the future of the system. And when I think about politics and player profiles, it comes to my mind almost instantaneously the story or the tales of two brothers. Do you have brothers, Santi? By the way, I never asked you
Do
this.
not. I do not.
Yeah, I have a brother. He's a mathematics professor in Cambridge.
Nice.
And yeah, and he's like the complete opposite of me, He's very academic. Well, I was actually academic, but he's the maths guy, mathematics guy. I am the lore guy and more creative person. And today I'm talking about brothers because we are talking about different relationships between two of the most important realms of the Star Atlas world. The relationship between the player's profiles and the deck profile system at one instance, and the relationship between politics and the legal world inside Star Atlas. And the player profile system is the basis that we will unite those different gameplay structures and instances in my vision. This is, of course, theory crafting from my side. I need to say this every time I open my mouth because Mustache is afraid that I'm revealing alpha. So this is theory crafting, guys. But if it was me who was doing the Dominic is always posting theory crafting now. If it was me that was constructing the structure of the political world of Star Atlas, and we have this marvelous tool that is the player profile system, I'll tie those two together in order to bring up something really, really interesting in terms of depth to the politics of Star Atlas. So the first instance of using the player profile system and the DAC profile system together in the political world is allowing guild members and overall DACs to delegate police voting power to one another. Of course, as you guys know, we have the political career coming as the last gameplay loop in development in the first phase of development of Star Atlas. And players that finds the idea of representing their DAO, their region in the galaxy, in the region of the galaxy or before the faction DAO, will find exciting ways of doing that. This is going to be a full political career inside Star Atlas. And as you guys have seen the previous brews we held about this topic, it's one, if not the most important aspect of Star Atlas. And if you
Jose,
think of
Jose, let me put a stop real quick here. So
sure,
from because of just to explain what we are getting into. So with player profiles, as we were mentioning, you will be able to set up different permissions from different wallets under the same player
sure,
profile. That doesn't mean that all those wallets should be owned by you. Again,
exactly,
that could be a super dangerous move, but the permissions under your player profiles, maybe moving the ships around, are not set for a wallet of your own, but for a wallet controlled by other person. Like if Dominic is a better pilot than me, I'm going to be giving
Is
all my ships to,
is
to Dominic, you know?
I
makes
am.
But
total
it will
I
be
sense.
am.
under my player profile. So that is an interesting thing that could happen with player profiles, right? And that is where this whole idea of how this can be tied to politics comes in. So this same applies for the wallet where you hold the police voting power, and that is where
Exactly.
Jose was going. Sorry, Jose, for interrupting you. Just wanted
No, that was a
to make that
great
clear.
clarification because right now, police voting power is a very personal and individual asset, right? You have it locked on your wallet and you can't share your voting power with guild members. You'd need to coordinate with everyone in order to make a political move inside your guild. And I foresee that in the future, the player profile system, and especially the deck profile system, will allow players to delegate their police to their guild, and the other way around. Maybe one player will be the one responsible for representing the whole guild politics in a guild framework or something like this. So the guild will have many diplomats and politicians, and they will be working in the different tiers and instance of power in Star Atlas, from the Star Atlas DAO to the faction DAO and to the regional DAO. So yeah, this is by itself a very cool feature that the player profile system allows us to do, and it allows player guilds to have very free customization strategies, right? Because you can pulverize the voting power inside the guild between leaders when it's necessary to decide a bigger question. It allows you to create rules for changing the guild constitution or something like this. I feel that this movement, just by existing, will allow lots of different and interesting interactions between a guild, their guild members, and the political gameplay loops of Star Atlas. But here, this is just like the introduction of the real complexity of the topic at our hand here, guys. Because what this opens up for us is the next tier or next layer of relationship that comes with political movement. Because as you guys know, politics is the art of making deals with other people. It's the art of compromising, the art of reaching agreements. And in Star Atlas, this comes as diplomacy, right? Uh, every guild in Star Atlas, they have their own political agenda. They have different types of power inside the political in the Star Atlas game. So one guild might be stronger in the military aspect, another guild might be stronger in the economic aspect, and the third guild might be focused on acquiring political power inside the game structure. But the thing is that in real world, when you need to make an agreement with someone, you need to do a contract. And contracts right now, they have they have a liability. They require enforcement when one of the parts of the agreement of the contract don't uphold their part in the bargain. In the Star Atlas 2622, where we live right now in the game, this aspect might be surpassed by the technology that comes from smart contracts. So what I foresee that's going to happen is that guilds may want to make treaties between them, where one guild might lend a certain amount of police voting power, and the other guild might offer them some military power or maybe land ships to have to back up their military front on the bargain. You know, I think this kind of agreement, which brings a lot of depth and complexity to the world of Star Atlas, will be something that the player profile system and the guild profile system enables us to do and makes the game really, really, really interesting.
So let's stop here for a second. So what you're saying is that there's a possibility, for example, of a guild to delegate their police voting power to another guild via player profiles, and for example, the other guild delegating their ships to the other one. So it will be like a trade. Am I getting
That's it.
correctly, Jose?
You're getting it, bro.
I'm curious what the committee thinks, that this will be something that you guys see that could happen, or do you find it too risky? I don't know. I'm curious.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what community thinks about this. But I think this brings a lot of depth and overall strategy to the gameplay features of Star Atlas, right? Because it's probably going to happen at some point that your guild, no, this is of course happening, your guild won't be the best at everything. And they need to trade or to make agreements with other guilds, DACs, regions, and faction powers in order to specialize in what they are good at, right? If the DAC system allows guilds and players to make certain trades between PvP or even ships delegations, I foresee that this will bring a lot of depth for people that want to play the diplomat roles inside the world of Star Atlas. And all of this can be enforced through smart contracts if we have the underlying technology of the player profile and deck profile systems fully integrated.
Do we know how in depth the system is? Like, for example, I give a ship to my guild. They can use it, but can I set it so they do not cancel it or something like that? Or
For
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
and
You can
same for
set the
police.
conditions.
I can give them my police voting power, but they cannot touch my police. Like,
Yeah, it's of course, once again, this is theory crafting. We are just talking about this. This is me looking at the future of Star Atlas and thinking about how this could work. But when you lock your police, they are locked and they produce the police voting power that you have to use in the Star Atlas universe. This is an in-game asset just like the ships that you won. And if you can allow someone to use your ships, you can also allow someone to use your police voting power to vote on different questions and to use it as an in-game asset that's designed to be, you know? So yeah, I think this is totally doable.
well,
So
my
I see a
problem is it.
question. Oh yeah, go
Okay.
for it, ODB.
No,
Sorry.
go
No,
on.
no.
Like, I just thought it might get complicated really quick, like setting up like hundreds of permissions, like you cannot go to the iris zone, you cannot do that, you cannot do this. Like, so I was wondering how like, yeah, how
Yeah,
doable it is.
yeah, it will, of course, it will. If you want to go this road, it's something that you need to watch out and set up the conditions, right? We don't know about the user experience side of this, and we are talking about theory crafting here. So, yeah, you'll be able to set all the conditions that you want, but yeah, it's your responsibility to say, like, for example, if you are renting a ship, you can establish that it can't leave the medium risk zone or something like this. And this
I'll
is
be
also,
needed.
yeah, for sure. And Star Atlas is very aware of this. So yeah, you need to set up the limitations of what you want the people that you are delegating it to do, right? You can't give them a blank letter of just do whatever you want, you know?
Okay.
And another thing here that I foresee that could be used in this political front is the idea of governance inside the regions and factions DAO. As you guys know, Star Atlas regions and factions DAO will have their own DAO with their wallet, and the player that managed to be the one with most police voting power in the Star Atlas specific region in a certain space will be the governor of that region. And this allow him to set policies like, for example, taxation and things like that. I foresee that this mechanism will automatically give the player with the most voting police voting power in a certain region the approvals to do those kind of operations. So this will probably engage with the governance system and allow players to rule the regions of space. How do you guys feel about that?
Another small question. So can I add multiple factions? So I have 3 different wallets and 3 different factions. Can I put them under one account? Like, or is that because right now
Yeah,
every wallet has a faction? Can I have multiple factions under one account?
yeah, those details weren't, of course. This is once again just theory crafting, and I confess to you that I didn't go as far as think about multi-factions relationships and things like that. But I foresee that it's it's your player, and your player is going to belong to one faction. So I don't foresee you being able to move police between players of different factions. But this is like my reaction to your question without, put
Yeah,
much
and
consideration on this.
these questions are useful because we choose when we take notes. Like these are questions that we send to the team as well, and I'm sure they are thinking about it. But in case they are not, like we may raise something that they weren't aware. Like I'm pretty sure they were thinking about this multifaction under the same uh, player profile, but if not, they will be aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing regarding this governance that you were just talking about, you said the person with the most police power, voting power, that would be the governor. What if the region, I wanted to know if the region has some sort of.
Aris, your audio is
Yeah, you're
is really
breaking up.
bad, friend.
I was trying to understand first.
Is it okay? Is it okay right now?
No, no.
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let me fix this and ask.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry, friend.
she went full Uster.
Full Luster.
I stole the joke from Signal. I will give that to you, Signal. So it in the chat.
But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about delegating police? Overall, do you think this is good for game structure? What are your initial thoughts on being able to move police around inside your guild and to use it as an asset for negotiation in the Star Atlas game? I'd love to hear
Okay,
community
is my
thoughts on that.
voice better? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is my voice better now?
No, no,
Not really.
Still okay. Let me
But
check this.
I wanted to answer Sask. What I really like, because most of us we have multiple police accounts for like 6 months, 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, and so on. So that's kind of nice to can combine them to one account. Like that's the main thing. So you don't need to have like 5 different wallets for each locking period and
Yeah, it's
stuff
it's
like
easier
that.
to manage
And for
everything,
guilds,
right?
and and for guilds, I think I don't know if I would sign it over to the guild. I mean, the guild can decide what to vote for, but I would make it my personal decision. I would not sign anything over to a guild, but yeah, that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, and this is totally legit. Maybe you don't want to delegate your policy to your guild. Maybe you want to vote for yourself, and you might even have different positions from your guild leaders on the subjects that you are voting on. And that's totally okay. As well as some guilds might enforce the rule of players delegating their policy to them for the votes. And this can create all sorts of organizations inside Star Atlas. And people will look for the guilds that they want and that represent their ideas the best. Some people just don't care about the political gameplay loops and they want to help their guild, so they can delegate it for the guild to vote on whatever they want. But others might want to be the ones voting for themselves. So, yeah.
Yeah, someone is saying I could see ungilded people selling police voting power to guilds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
totally.
a yeah, totally. Like you could, like, for example, if you are a player and you want to live inside someone's titanship, one guild titanship, you could make a trade with them. Like, for example, you delegate your police power for them and they give you shelter inside their titanship. these sorts of agreements, I foresee that would be something very common and natural in the future of Star Atlas.
Okay, is it better now? You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
man, lots better.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I had a question regarding that governor thing that you were just saying. The person with the highest voting power the governor. Well, don't we have some sort of mini governments inside every region so that, maybe one region wants to be ruled by one person or governed by one person, another one wants to be governed by a committee or something like that. Uh, wouldn't that be better? Because if, for example, the person with the highest voting power is always the governor, that kind of means it doesn't matter how active you are in the region, you just must have the highest voting power.
I feel that you are absolutely right, Aras. And what I foresee is that is going to happen is that a coalition of players might be the ones holding the most voting power inside the region. So they might use the, this profile system to be sharing the governance in a region in Star Atlas, you know? So
Well,
the system allows this kind of mechanic that you are envisioning.
I was thinking more of, kind of like real-time politics, which we have a party, the party supports a candidate, and that candidate goes up and something like that. That would make a lot of more sense, Uh, that was what I was thinking.
It it can be like that, but the faction also will have daily, you know, issues that needs to be addressed by someone in terms of decision making, you know. So I don't know if everything that you needed and everything that needed to be voted every time, I feel this wouldn't be very efficient. It could even lead to the region needing to address a stressful situation or an urgency of some sort, and they won't be able to do that because uh, they simply can't get enough people to vote on the subject. You know. So yeah,
Yeah,
there are both sides
yeah,
to this point,
yeah.
and
See, I'm
this
not and everything. I'm saying a candidate, something like a real election that we have right now. We could have regional elections, something like that, if we had some sort of micromanagement system that voting could go inside every region. So every member of a region could vote for someone. That way, we could have parties, and then they could, introduce their own candidate, and the candidates go to be the governors, something
this
like
is
that.
this is cool, and this is a totally a possibility. It just depends on the community and what you guys prefer, to be honest, right? If you guys feel that regional DAOs should be ruled by like a democracy, like a majority vote, this is something that we can for sure introduce through the Star Atlas DAO voting system. Otherwise, if you want this to feel more like a parliament where the leadership can be changed by political plots and and change on the win on terms of agreements and etc. There is the other system, you know. So it's an option for real. You guys at some point in the future will choose how you guys want regions to be ruled. To be honest, I don't know if a democracy in Star Atlas for regional DAO, or at least for every regional DAO would work very well due to the game mechanics, you know, because Star Atlas is a very competitive game, you know. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could be surprised. I don't know. This is something for us to theory craft about one day, for sure.
Cool. Anything else? Any other theories that you guys have? Dom, you have been quiet for a while. Oh, throwing Dom under the bus. I love it.
You're a jerk for that.
That's your answer. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that's my answer.
But I don't know. I see. I feel that the political gameplay in Star Atlas is already something very important for the game. And if you give people more tools to play with, more tools to strategize with, I feel that this can become even more interesting. And this will also give people that hold polis more gameplay loops, you know? Uh, yeah, like Craig is saying, let regional governors determine the type of they want. Yeah, this is also a possibility, you know? Like, is it possible to have a regional dictator? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Would you be a regional dictator, Jose?
Oh man, you
Tell me
know
the
that
truth.
my penguin heart just have love inside it. I wouldn't be a good
Yeah.
dictator, you know.
Uh,
I would. I see people making memes already. It's super fun, but yeah, you know, like, oh man, I'm super excited for the political world of Star Atlas, and I don't want people to not use the police voting power. You know, I want to see police being the having the most use possible inside our metaverse and in our game. I feel this is a great and this whole ecosystem that we are just talking about now is a very important and maybe useful way of giving police more utility, allowing it to penetrate other gameplay loops and making it easier to transfer power from one gameplay front to the other, you know. This would allow you to trade your police voting power for fleet powers, for permission to use warp gates in certain systems in the galaxy, you know.
Yeah, that's a pretty
And
cool part, right, Jose? Like let's just use like a kind of community example here. For example, maybe the club could trade their PvP and they could go to Aphia or they can go to Skull and Bones or they can go to Chimera, any guild, and they could be like, we want to trade you this PvP, but we want some of your firepower, like some of your combat abilities. Could you see that being like a realistic thing?
for sure, man, I feel that this is actually a very interesting way where the pirate guilds could interact with the political Star Atlas, you know. Maybe in the shadows there will be agreements between the, let's say, the Council of Peace guilds and the pirate guilds, where delegations happen on political power, and on the other side, raids and military agreements happen to attack their enemies and things like that, you know?
Man, the amount
So,
of the amount of military agreements that I see happening in the future between guilds is gonna be pretty crazy. I feel like there's gonna be so much drama. Like
yeah, yeah.
everything is peaches and rainbows and butterflies right now. But you know, once Sage starts and once these things start to come online, I think a lot of these guilds start to develop like rivalries, and there becomes like, I don't want to say cliques, but there becomes like groups of guilds against other groups of guilds.
And we already see the future, right? We see this happening before our eyes. And yeah, we know some people that don't like certain guilds and certain gameplay styles of other players here. And when the political face of the game appears, the gameplay loops that allows you to make treaties and pretty much destroy other peoples and wash them away from the board of Sage and other Star Atlas products, I feel that the politics of Star Atlas is going to be a very entertaining and content generator
100%.
program in
100%.
Star Atlas. You know, I foresee Kriegs, the
Yeah,
hologram, Siggy,
I was
everyone
thinking about that.
reporting on the shadows, like
they're working overtime.
operations.
They're
Yeah,
working
man,
overtime. Yeah.
this is going to be
They
This
will have
just
to
in.
have
wild.
like a whole politics department writing all day.
Yeah, they need a whole politics
Uh,
department, you know. And imagine, like for example, we learned that shows in their usual communication that they hate another guild, but in secret they are doing agreement with them, you know. And the reporters of Star Atlas uncover this story and proves this with on-chain data. Man, this is going to be
Wow.
wild. The
I
community
think
will be
this
like,
guy's crazy.
"What?"
dude, this is where like the spies come into play, right? Because
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know someone who used to be a spy, but they're not one anymore.
Ooh.
But
Or
but
they say so, right?
yeah, or they
Or
say
they
so, yeah.
say
But
so.
like people who become spies for a guild, they infiltrate a guild and they get like agreements to happen from the inside. And I feel like that's another thing. Like the political gameplay here, like it goes to real life too. It's kind of crazy. And especially when like with something like Sage and Starless in general, like where there's real money involved, there's stakes. There's a lot of stakes here. There's really stakes to be the best and not be the one at the shitty end of the stick from
Yeah,
one of these
man.
agreements or
And
something.
imagine that, like, oh, you are on, so delegate your 1 million polis to this contract, and let's see if you are being, you know, let's see if you are the real deal, you know. And people
Yeah,
are making those giant agreements with millions of polis involved and
yeah,
things like
that's
that.
yeah. Signal also says something which I was kind of talking about earlier. Is he was saying like I literally just wander into guilds. Like right now, I think that's kind of like what happens is the Discord servers aren't very like closed off. I mean, some of them are, but most of them aren't. But once these things start coming online, I think these guilds start really putting up the fortresses here, and discords won't be public. You can't just wander into their Discord server and know what they're talking about
Yeah.
anymore. And I think that's going to be a big thing. It's kind of why I was saying like it's all like rainbows right now, but once these things start coming online, I think guilds, Discord servers, community members within guilds, like I think it becomes a lot more serious. Uh, Especially like I said, with like money involved, your guild's reputation on the line, people can
Yeah.
infiltrate you, stuff like that. It's pretty
I
crazy.
think sometimes people don't realize how huge the political gameplay of Stratlas will be. And you don't need a lot of years for this gameplay to develop, you know? Like it's kind of happening already, but as soon as you have like any gameplay where you need guild coordination and guild power, that is going to be very, very crazy.
Yeah, man. Imagine like you delegate police and the other party is required to build infrastructure and give you access to certain warp gates that takes you to the heart of the another faction, you know? And the guys are betraying their own faction doing this deal. Man, this is going to be wild, wild,
Yeah,
wild. Star
we
Atlas.
kind of had a few discussions on this on the governance chat. You know, it's also the history of your wallet. You know, like everybody can check my past. You know, which guys I voted
Exactly.
for, what did I do last year, and so like it's really easy to lose your reputation really quick. You know, so it's gonna
Yeah,
Yeah,
be interesting.
it's a good point.
and
Reputation will be everything, especially
Yes,
exactly.
with something like
it is
this. Yeah,
already like that's already like reputation is a thing already in in the Star Atlas metaverse. Like you already know people and trust people by their Discord handles, basically.
For
yeah,
sure.
Like that is already happening.
And that's make everything information more important, well, right? If you know the wallets of the leaders of a guild like Aethia, Chimera, the club, or something like this, you know when the agreements made between the guilds are true because that guy is the one that delegated the police or the fleets for that agreement, you know? So this is a way of knowing that certain treaties are enforced or are actually happening, you know? If you know the wallet, you might even require someone to dox the wallet for the agreement, you know? and you only accept to do an agreement with the guild leader or something like this to protect yourself.
Man, this gets me so excited. It kind of makes me sad. It kind of makes me sad that I can't join a guild, but man, I wish I could. It sounds really fun.
We have
You
our
guys
plan.
ever follow the Eve Online, like how crazy and
That was
political
crazy.
it gets and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard it's
Yeah.
crazy. I've
Like
heard it's insane.
hundreds of thousands of dollars like poured into these huge political wars and like corruption and all this sort of stuff. It's like an amazing economy, kind of like I think that we're shooting for in this game, like in this
Yeah,
metaverse
exactly.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, it can get crazy, especially since it's like these are real
Also,
life assets, and you know, there's going to be huge advantages and disadvantages to having an all-out war and how costly it'll be and stuff very correlated to real life. But I had a dream the other night that I'm not really much for programming and stuff like that, but someone created a tool that that was like almost like a political weapon that could track fleets among the game and know exactly where fleets are moving to use like political advantage on and strategic advantage on other people that could read the blockchain and understand where everything was moving. It was kind of weird.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's yeah, I don't even think that's gonna be like a dream either. I think there's gonna be someone who creates something where you can see on chain where everyone's fleets are. And I
what
think
was
that's
my
gonna be super
concern,
crazy.
that
That's my
stuff is
concern. Yeah.
also really scary with real life consequences. So
Yeah,
I'm in favor
that
of
too.
like creating some form of protection or something. I don't know how, but
Yeah, but how would the
you
team
know,
do
when
that?
you
Because it's
look
all
at
open
Eve,
source.
when you look at Eve, and there's crazy shit happened, you know, like real life shit, you know. So I don't know if I want to see that here, and with so much money involved, and you know, it's kind of scary. So I don't know if it's like if we should go all in on this, or if we should have some form of protection or a layer or something. You know, of course, it can get out of control really quick. You know.
That's
Yeah,
with
no, that's
anything.
a good point. Yeah,
It
that's a good
doesn't. It
point, man.
doesn't matter what you do. There's always people that are looking to get leverage on others and be able to manipulate or cause destruction for own self gain. Right? Like there's a lot more brilliant people out there than I am, but with reading blockchain and writing code and doing all these things to create tools to, you know, get gain over other people, it's always going to exist. That's just the human race. They're always trying to one up each other or trying to put the others down or have more power or whatever, right? I hope that, I mean, I don't know how they would put something in place as a blockade or kind of a way around not allowing that, but it's definitely a worry, especially with people like with a lot of skin in the game too, right? Including myself.
Hmm.
I think all of us, we all have a slight amount to lose, but that's only if you go into the medium to high risk zones, right? But that's where you gain the most advantage of resources. So it could get pretty nasty, I bet. You'd have to have a lot of firepower with you to protect yourselves.
For sure, friend.
Yeah.
I guess this is a good place to close this brew, right?
This was a
Santi?
good
Yeah.
topic. This was great. This got
great, yeah.
my blood flowing. That's a super exciting
Yeah, well,
conversation.
it's a pretty sad ending, in my opinion. We should Santi should spill some alpha, so like all the bad thoughts I have now, you know.
Oh my god. I don't have any alpha. I don't know anything.
We don't know
Just
anything, WB. They hide from
Friday.
us.
Friday. Just 2 days. 2 days. Friday
We
we
could
will
wait.
learn a
We could
lot
wait
more.
2 more days. It's fine. We
Yeah,
don't want to get
lots
Santi
of
in
good
trouble.
stuff. Lots of good stuff
Thank
happening
you.
Friday.
Yeah, yeah. And we are preparing something special for all of you. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sure it'll be awesome. I'm excited.
It will be cool. It will be cool. It will be cool. Yes. Yes. Okay, guys. So I think this is a good moment to close. It was an awesome topic, and I think on politics, like it's only going to get more and more and more interesting with time. So thank you, Dom. Thank you, Jose. Any closing thoughts from any of you?
I got a positive statement to leave everybody. Ship prices are going up. Polis is going up. Atlas is going up. In 2 days, we got a big announcement. So let's go.
Glad you commented on it because I can't. Thank you.
It was a pleasure, guys.
Final words for me are just that this was a great conversation, and I know a lot of this stuff when we get into the weeds of things can be a little scary, but like I said, we take down the notes and concerns that you guys have. We'll be giving all these to the team and making sure that they know at least that these concerns are had by some of you guys. So, like I said, though, this was a super good topic. I mean, super interesting, and it really does get me like really excited to see all this political gameplay that's going to start happening soon. But that's it for me.
Totally. Yeah, Jose.
Well, what can I say? I love politics. I love Star Atlas, and this is my happy place. When we talk about the possibilities of Star Atlas politics in the future, I foresee that this is going to be the most important, if not one of the most important fronts of the Star Atlas metaverse experience. So yeah, super happy to have shared with you guys my ideas, and hopefully we can give the Star Atlas game designers some food for thought and come up with some cool stuff for us in terms of gameplay loops in politics.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that you just said that this is your happy place because I totally share the feeling. And yeah, the brew is something special, definitely. So glad to be back. Sorry for missing the last one, and just see you everyone. And thank you for joining the Atlas Brew number 43. See you in the
43.
chat, and see you on Friday. Don't forget to come to the Discord server on Friday.
Don't forget
Don't
to
miss
vote too.
Friday.
Voting closes. Voting closes today in a few hours.
Yep,
So go vote.
All right, guys. See you everyone, and power to the people.
Stick to the man.
Power!
Oh my god.
God.